Welcome back, everyone, to the Drink and Drum podcast, the podcast with all the vibes. I am one of three hosts. My name is Timon Nicholas, aka Mr. Terrible.
Signing in, Jaron Tomlinson, the young sheller, aka Pineapple Badman in the building. Wagwan.
And it's your boy, Everon Williams, aka Big Easy. You don't know Wagwan.
This is the unapologetic podcast with really good intentions. The socials, them located at the bottom of this podcast right there. So make sure you hit us up and tell us what going on. Yes, good night, Khalid.
Yo, Wagwan.
I feel like I need to tell everybody who listens to the podcast that I'm sorry for not dropping any podcasts while I was away. I didn't drop no podcast in July. I didn't drop no podcast in August. They're probably gonna get one at the end of August, and I think it's one of the episodes that was a continuation of the last episode.
Okay.
However, by the time y'all hear this apology, which is not supposed to happen because it's the unapologetic podcast, you check? I made up for it because I gave y'all a very bad video podcast just to test some things out, and then remember, everybody who was recording this episode had no idea that this would ever be used. So if you see us behaving a type of how, and there's a whole bunch of facial whatever, no plan. This was a video that was supposed to get tossed away. If you see people doing gang signs and there's witchcraft happening in the background and people getting murdered, this was never supposed to make it online. That's why people were so free in the video, but y'all got it. So look, usually in the audio, when I edit the audio, you wouldn't even hear sniffling. Nope, I get rid of all that. But in the video, I couldn't do nothing about it. I couldn't do nothing about it. So y'all can hear some nasty choppy. I am so sorry for that, but I can't really say I'm sorry because. But anyways, I've been testing out this new thing. I've been trying to write this novel, I should say. And as y'all can see, I think it's like 4 chapters already out by the time y'all hear this. And if y'all didn't hear it, I probably put it on the paid, but I'm thinking about just putting it on the free so everybody can get it. But it's already, like, the thing is, it's free somewhere out there if you follow the link. But if you just wanted to support, you could just subscribe. Whatever. That's not even important. That's just to help me out every year with the subscription for Zoom. Yes, Jaron said he was busy with work and military stuff, but he will be free next week. And next week, hopefully, I can give Lion a shout and get him on the podcast then. I'm not sure what everyone's reasoning is. He probably on road because he don't live inside. Nazia, I'm not too sure. I told him 9 to 10, but he probably fell asleep somewhere. Or he probably in somebody. Who knows? But yes, it's just me and Khalid tonight. And I'm not gonna wait for them mans because I low-key forget most of my trip. And I'm just trying to remember it as I go. So I'll tell you about my Antiguan trip, my 2 weeks. But anyways, Khalid, how are you? How's life? How's the week?
I'm very good. My life for time a week after really nice. Really nice.
What made it nice?
Well, for work, I'm only work from 7 to 12. And then I'm free for the rest of the day. Well, I'm free for the rest of the day. I just have to chill until 3:30, you know what I mean? Wish I could leave.
7 to 12 ain't bad.
Yeah, 7 to 12 really ain't bad. You know what I mean? So,
That's the lit you I did today. So I do all the extra time. Second job.
You can't do nothing. You can't do nothing, boy. You have to step on the clock. You have to stay there work.
Until when?
3:30. You can't leave until 3:30. 3:30.
Work different.
Yeah, boys. So, like.
So they pay you until 7 to 3, but you know when you work from 7 to 12.
Yeah, no, nobody hear you.
Okay.
Yeah, boy. Yeah, like I get to a task and then sometimes you might only do 2 tasks for the day. You know what I mean? And it depends on what truck you work on because sometimes you get, if you do asphalt, you know, you can knock out asphalt quick because you just lay down the asphalt, you just roll it out and lay it out, you know what I mean? So you can get through that quick. And sometimes the potholes and them are so big, so they give you more than one. But when you work on one regular truck now, you might get on big work. So now you might have to get some dirt, get some stone, get some sandbags and so forth because you block off on pipe. You make some like some bridge or You know, what I should say? You might make a sidewalk and so forth. So
Make a whole side, oh, jeez.
yeah. So just so happened today we were putting down like a old lady kept calling me and saying that she has some kind of leak and so forth. So here this dog
Hey, y'all told
yesterday.
us to call the 300 Club and prefer it. No?
No, man, no.
No? All right.
Yesterday, dog. Then Carleen, right? Then Carleen say Wednesday. We went and
Mm-hmm.
checked the job yesterday because they're claiming to be it's some kind of big situation. We went, we realized like water is running down into a hole, the hole to the
Sinkhole.
yeah. Oh shit, my headphone disconnect. Yeah, water run down in the hole. You go down the hole now. He instead of run through the pipe, he run to the back of the manhole.
Mm.
And come out, come out. You come into the manhole now, but you run from behind
Mm-hmm.
and he make a force you way through some cracks in the
Mm.
manhole. So what we had to do now, we had to pack it, seal it back, and then stack it with some what is topsoil or dirt. Well, dirt. They don't call it by topsoil and so forth over here.
Topsoil, not a black one? Or any top of the soil is topsoil.
Um, honestly, I don't know.
All right,
Topsoil is
move
supposed to be
on.
the black one, but over here they just call it dirt. Dirt is
Dirt.
dirt.
Mm.
Yeah. So
Okay.
we had to we had to pack it. After packing it, we punched it down and then tell you the honest truth was we got done like 9:45. We sat
It,
in the truck.
uh,
It was 101 degrees though, so it was hot.
yeah, that's so
Like
hot.
we sat in the truck and we breezed off. Then we went to a park and chilled for the rest of the day. My supervisor look on me and say, "We got one ticket today." They expected it to take us the whole entire day, but
Mm.
the three of us went to the plan this morning to just get the work done and just kill it. You know what I mean? So we left the yard like 8, and we knocked it off by 9:45.
Look, my thing is, right? Why y'all in America say things by Fahrenheit? Y'all make things sound dangerously hot.
I don't know.
Like if hell was 100 Fahrenheit, you know how not bad it sounds if it's saying it in Celsius.
So what?
Hold on. Okay, I'm sorry, correct.
That is really good, bro.
That's cool, that's cool. Let me then I'm gonna look my research and then change about in US. Because I'm thinking degrees, but I'm just like, what degrees actually be in half Fahrenheit and Celsius? But anyways, um, Fahrenheit is in the country.
Really?
Yeah, I was correct. Y'all have me a question. Y'all use Fahrenheit and the rest of the people never use Celsius.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on. Okay. So Fahrenheit equals 95. Celsius is 32. Okay, so anyways, what I was trying to say with the joke is why y'all use Fahrenheit and then say like, yeah, the place is like 1,000,000 degrees. And then somebody who do Celsius was just like, I know it's 5 degrees Celsius. Sound too bad. But you're all over here with your high numbers, making man think that you're dying over there. And we
But
just have the same kind of heat.
it's crazy that because when I write the date, right, I put the day, the month, then the year, right?
Hmm.
Up here,
They put month day year.
the month, the year. I'm like,
There's
what?
no organization in it. Like, why would you
Yeah.
put here month? Mm. Tell me the day, then tell me the month, then tell me the year. Like, I don't
And
get
then
it.
the year. You know what I mean? Me just can't understand. Just can't understand. So every time they write it, like, why I do this? Why?
Yeah,
Why?
how that we forget used to, because I've been doing it all in high school, and all of a sudden I'm going to mess up the process.
Yeah, me
Because
tell you.
if you're thinking about it in terms of like number wise, I can use it number wise. You just feel like day, share letter of words, month, share letter of words, and a year,
Yeah.
it just year.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's just crazy, man. Me just say, boy, aye, aye, see?
Yeah, but your mom was also interested. I feel like the last time you were on the podcast, You were telling people that like you're working at Amazon. And I don't know if you told them about the
Yeah, for
yeah,
real, for real. I never
because
transitioned to said how I transitioned from Amazon to Mr. Green Warehouse
check
selling
out this is still your first year, right?
yeah, still my
Right?
first
Yo,
year.
hey, this one making a move. Hey, this man making moves, dog.
For real. First year that
My
like
first
just the other
year.
day the guy missed it with and all I asked me. I say, wait, you don't got a year, ain't it? You look for it 2 years now, ain't it? I say, Tal, me not reach a year yet. You know what I mean? And yeah, after Amazon, you know what I mean, while working at Amazon and you know what I mean, my roommate told me, no, I'm working, you know what I mean, I have to choice tripping with rent and so forth. I said, as I should, by right, I ended up realizing that Amazon wasn't enough money, paying enough to manage that kind of financial what's the word?
Load.
Financial load. Okay,
Mm.
let's use load. So I ended up speaking to a friend and he said, hey, I know there's a warehouse on St. Augustine, you know what I mean?
That's
The
some
guy is
trucks.
looking The guy is looking for workers. It's like it's a distro for Florida for vapes and so forth. So I'm like, okay,
Mm-hmm.
all right. I went for the interview. I got in. The guy told me how soon I can start. I tell him, okay, just give me a week, I think, a couple
Mm-hmm.
of days. No, I told him I can start Monday or something like that. No, no. He told me, give me a week to organize myself and get everything in order. So I worked my last couple of days at Amazon and let them know that I'm leaving. They kept begging me, oh, why are you leaving? And I have to put in a whole bunch of stuff online. So I'm like, yo, I could just get up and just leave. You know what I mean? I don't owe anybody anything. But out of respect and in the future may want to work there for a second job. I
Mm-hmm.
I gave them a decent resignation
Yeah, okay.
and went to Mr. Green Warehouse. While working at Mr. Green Warehouse, it was a fun job. In the beginning, you know what I mean? It was really a fun job, but you meet a different people and you get to kind of network a kind of way,
Mm-hmm.
learning different things. And right now I have I anything I need from the shop, anything I want to buy, I'll get. It's easy for me to get, you know what I mean? Because I used to work there and I was a good worker.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, they just let me know. Anything I need, just let them know. But it was a good job. It was a good job. But the most time I felt like I was working was when I was doing the when I was offloading the trucks. Tell you the honest truth, boss, because most times the customer come and pick up what they want. One or two times they will send online and say, "Hey, I need this, I need that," So one or two times, but most times they come, they get what they get, and all you do is call the order. But I think they were a little bit behind though, because like I had so many ideas for the shop itself, because you could like get what do you call it, a barcode scanner, right? And instead of having someone singly
Mm-hmm.
putting it down and calling it out to the person that's doing the invoice, the customer is supposed to be able to even have a computer there that they scan their products through,
Mm-hmm.
like in those supermarkets. It tells them the amount and they pay what they pay, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I honestly, it was time for them to upgrade. So we hired this guy by the name of Alex, which is supposed to be our marketing, what should I say, marketing manager.
Mm-hmm.
Let's say he's over the marketing area, going out and getting sales and so forth.
Yeah. And he didn't know for
So
the job. He lying the resume and just
you
think,
hear me
hey.
tell you,
Oh, that's what
boss,
it is? I was just guessing.
boss, you know what he do? I realized they have this thing that someone that they what they call them.
I think you broke up just now because you're not saying nothing. It was me. No, you said for me. Right, so.
I've been there talking for the longest while until I realized that you were stuck in a pose.
Yeah. You tell me you realized something about Alex. Because he took the job
Yeah,
lately.
he has this. thing like he calls himself an alpha male, in which he's just a little
Ugh,
pussy. But
tits.
cousins, yeah, alpha male and but they have this actually trait where they talk loudly, so it makes you feel like they talk overly confident, like if hey they can do this, you know what I mean? So he went to a part whereas he was getting paid by commission, right? So because of how he talked and talked like he knows everything and so forth, he was catching the customer's eye, you know what I mean? One or two would reach through him and be like, hey. You know what I mean? Like,
Mm.
does he really know what he's actually saying? Does he know what is really going on with the vaping market right now? But he was just talking so highly, you know what I mean? But the thing is, Alex has a lot of drama and
Yeah, I
going
said drama. I mean,
drama going through his life, boss. Like he he was going out trying to get people to come and he was getting us a few stores and so forth, you know what I mean? So in the
mm-hmm.
beginning, Alex realized that hey, he's commissioned by the first month he got his check from the boss, he realized, hey, I'm making some money, you know what I mean? So
Mm-hmm.
he thought he could keep that up, you know what I mean? So he went out every day. Not saying I'm not cramping his hustle, but he will leave at 8 and we won't see him back until the end of the day. I'm like, bro, you're trying to tell me you out every day, the whole day, dog, and you come back with
On the road.
one store that one join, dog,
It's not
yo,
easy for get people to join your store. If it be easy, everybody would
mm,
also do it.
right.
Yeah, yeah.
That is true. So I gave him props for actually trying to get some sales, you know.
If you came to your new home like a barber shop, maybe. Would you just come and say, yeah, I can do business with you? You'd have to sit down here for a couple hours to convince you, and then you might say, I'll think about it. So the one
Mhm.
somebody that he get the man off of they sell. The boy must they sell like a batty by the side. Listen. You throw it in a box of cheap.
But I wonder that because the man he used to be a part of this company by the name of in
Mm.
which they sell vape and gummies and so forth for in the States. What was happening now, he put like $80,000 also within the company with the guys.
Mm.
It just so happened now. Those guys never did no marketing.
80,000?
Yeah, around
Ooh,
$80,000.
Alice got money.
Boy, he used to be in a family business, but he says there's too many complications with the family business, too many reasons. It's like you have a bunch of chiefs,
Mm.
but no herd. You know what I mean?
Mm.
No nobody to guide. You know what I mean? So
Shepherd.
everybody wanted to be a boss. You know what I mean? What ended up happening? A lot of conflicts began, and he exited the business because of that. So he went on his own. He became a popular DJ, apparently. I don't know how big he was, but yeah, I don't know. He
Well,
became a popular DJ, went
uh-huh.
on tours and started to talk to a lot of people.
But he went on polls and started talking. Like he was at a
Tours,
strip club.
tours,
Oh,
tours,
tours. Because
tours,
you know how
yeah.
crazy that would be? The man is a
Hmm.
motivational speaker, but he do it on a stripper pole. So the man have a
Yeah.
venue full of people and he just like, all right, guys. I want you
Yeah.
guys to understand that confidence is the most gracious attribute that you can have as a person. To
Right.
understand it, and he over there do flips and all kind of stuff on the pole. That'd be crazy.
Well, he ended up be meeting some people, and then some friends came to him and was like, "Hey, I got this business idea." But the way how
Mm-hmm.
they explained it to him, he's like, "Hey, this is foolproof. We
None
can do this,
foolproof.
man." Apparently, it turns out that they never did any marketing.
It's
They
happy
never
money.
did no, and they took his money. They started this business. They never did any marketing. They just started putting products out. They started to get hot for a little bit, but then no advertisements were there. So because of no advertisements, people weren't hearing about the product enough.
Mm-hmm.
Because of proper research, they weren't following the guidelines of the government and of what is really selling. So business started to go down, and then they literally, because he wasn't there to really sign papers and anything, he just gave the money without any fucking receipt. Well, how stupid can you be? Without any receipt or contract to say that you're getting back your money. But I guess he placed his trust in the friends that he had, and they kicked him in his bottom, took his 80,000, and now everybody looks at him as the one of to make the business fail.
My thing is, 80,000 is a lot. Like,
Very much so.
rich people always say, no, you're not supposed to spend 10% of more than 10% of what's in your bank account. You check.
Yeah.
So when them man's are billionaires, they make you afford to spend just 10% because for them 10% huge.
Mm-hmm.
You know? For Ari, that's to
Yeah.
make like, $1,000 or something. I can't they
Mm-hmm.
spend more than that a week or a month or whatever. You know what I mean?
Exactly. But
So if you invest in a business, I feel like 25% would have been like reasonable for him to like invest. But more
right.
than that is your company. Like how much they gave. Each of them gave it why are you doing so much? Match. For starters, match and see where things
Right.
going. And when you see things booming, then you give some more. But don't give all that for a jump and put that on
Exactly.
you. Mm.
Exactly. And but bro, every day his stories are just all over the place, man. So he lost the 80,000. He did some kind of other business that he put in $1 million.
Yeah, I'm tapping the boy.
But meaning when I know when to continue and stop listening to the man, but because the man drama then just sound
The
too good to
moment
be
he
true.
tell me $1 million, the mother said, all right now. He's like, you don't think I have $1 million? Like, look where we at right now.
But exactly, fighting dog. The man literally go out every day a fight bars because he owns a limited edition cars Corvette C. What version did it? Is it C7? C. Some one of them boy. Some one of the
Mm.
limited edition one. And then he has another. He has a Raptor truck. The Raptor truck is $90,000.
Ooh. And
Right off the
90,000 for
bat.
them and 100,000.
120, but because he used to work at a motorbike dealership, he ended up knowing some of the people for certain this dealerships,
And get
Ford
it
and
down to
so forth.
90 something.
Mm.
That's so crazy because like don't they get
It
like
was a limited edition, but he got it for 90 because they were using it as an advertisement vehicle.
one of the vehicles that was in the window that people can drive.
Yeah,
Yeah, he can get those for a little bit cheaper. But they already have some mileage on them. Okay,
yeah,
okay.
but so he got that for $90,000. Not knowing, I thought Alex was buying these with money. Alex was just using credit to buy all these.
So he in debt a
Yeah,
million and 80 plus a 90.
but I'm just there like, yo, Alex, how you get yourself in all this shit, dog? How?
Boss. Boss.
Man, it's crazy, bro. So it ended up now.
First of all, you
Listen,
have been in the bank, boss. Then bank look when he say, though I see him spend money and none of them come back. We just give him 1 million.
but what was crazy, right?
So wait, what you have as
You know,
collateral if you pull that big loan?
I don't know. I don't know.
Anyways, cut it remember Alex boy. It's crazy because
Alex,
I got to blurt on his name every time you mention it.
Alex, Virgin, no, Alex Parents.
You know, it's
Went,
about 4 times.
sorry, Alex Parents.
Yes, his parents.
Alex Parents, right? Joined with their aunt, with his father's sister, his aunt,
Mm-hmm.
to buy a house. At the time, the house cost 160 something thousand, I think.
Not bad.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So,
you can buy a
we-
house in the 2 years.
hmm?
You can probably buy a house in 2.5 years.
Yeah,
100,000. You think so? Or maybe like
they
four.
can get on, they can get on loan for that.
Which one be all right? Tell your story for start. Jump into that.
Okay, so the parents now went half and half with the aunt to buy the house. Well, they had a house over in some place he called. I don't remember the name. They sold the house and went half and half to move to Jacksonville. So they bought a house here. They went half and half with the aunt. Going half and half with the aunt with no fucking documentation to say they go half and half on the lease, on the title deed. Nothing. The aunt now decides
Put
that,
everything for she handle.
yes, the
Um,
aunt says the house is now worth $303,000. The aunt is a millionaire.
mm,
The aunt is a millionaire and still wants the little puny that they have.
hey,
Because the aunt's husband, which is his uncle that was in business with the father, his father kicked his father out of the business and took all the millions for himself, bought an whole island, and recently sold the island for 3 point something. Or how much did he say? Some kind of millions in the Bahamas, island in the Bahamas. So,
yeah, that's the interesting thing about the people, but you just think people is regular and average and they have so much going on in the background and you don't even
yes,
know.
boss, because boss, you think Alex will be a normally cool dude, but then Alex is going through so much. I literally feel it for him, boss. Like, I'm like, yo, I do not know when he's gonna recover and catch himself, but I don't know. Like, bro, so now the aunt wants the house. He know the aunt is telling the parents come out of the house. So he now is saying, man, he may have to sell his Corvette to get the money so he can give the aunt her half back so he can be in the queue so his parents could turn over the house to him and so forth. The aunt says, okay, make me the proposal, we make a deal and we can work on it. Right? Now Alex now starts to wonder. I have to sell my car. I still have to pay a finance on my truck. I'm living in rent. He
Mm-hmm.
has 5 dogs, one motorcycle. So, and still himself to support. And because he's overly cocky about himself, he picks up some chicks, but chicks that are like young, that want things.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just a bunch of money spending on him.
That's wild.
So he came a day. Alex told, yo, literally every customer that say, Alex, how you doing? Man, other than
Sad
being
story.
fucked of $1 million, $80,000, having to help my parents get back at home. I'm like, bro,
He's a trial up of people.
you know what I mean? I'm like, yo, you could just be like, man,
I'm
I'm good,
good.
but I'm just going through some stuff. You know what I mean? Something,
Check.
man.
I'm good. Life could be better, you know?
Alex was just killing everybody. Everybody's like, yo, what's going on for Alex, man? What's Alex's problem? I'm like, man, he's going through some stuff right now. I do not know. As you can hear his story, I just don't know. I can't
Yeah.
help you. Hey, man, I tell you. And imagine, I went there today to just say hello and so forth. I was like, how's Alex? They're like, man, the same bullshit. He's not making enough money. He's going out every day acting like he's coming back with a bunch of sales. The vape business has gone slow. Tell you the honest truth. So a lot of people have kind of just what the stock they have, they're just kind of maintaining it until to see if business pick back up. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? But the thing is, the city of Jacksonville is cutting back on a lot of different types of vapes that you're allowed to sell.
Mm.
So
Is it
because you're
because
not,
kids are getting their hands on them or
I
health reasons?
I believe it's like for health reasons. And for real, dog, tell the honest truth, it could be also with the kids because sometimes a parent may buy one, a vape, right? But because it's fruity, like a fruit flavored one,
Mm-hmm.
their child may start puffing on it. And when their child start puffing on it, it ends up and be a case that the parents just buy a new one and leave the child with that one. So it just starts a whole big ricochet of smoke vaping kids all over.
Next way, get my cigarette.
Yeah, you know what I mean? And the thing is, this they don't know that 5% of nicotine is more than one cigarette.
Mm.
You know what I mean? Like a vape is way worse than a cigarette. You know what I mean? So it's just crazy.
So, no,
Like
but
what?
people see the results and so all the time, and they just like, well, you don't hit the same, you know, it hit you
Right.
faster, you don't feel a burn in your throat.
But I honestly thought that vapes were getting people high.
Mm.
You know what I mean? I was like, why they just keep boss, literally you talk to somebody and they just
Yeah, it's
straight
that
I
little
like,
tingle headrest they want, and then he
you know
gone.
what I mean? I'm like, yo, what's so special? So because I work at the distro now, I'm able to pick up a bunch of different types.
And
So
tested.
and test them, you know what I mean? So I was just giving them I still have so many that I haven't tested, bro. Like I would take one puff
Hmm.
and just put it down because it's not for me. Bro, I took a 5% vape, dog. I took a, I was coughing whole night, throat just feel erupted. I'm like, yo, how do they do this? I'm out of breath, man. I couldn't even, like, it was just to the point, like, it's just like, I was just like, fuck this. I want to have sex. And when I have sex, I need to breathe. I can't do
Mm.
this shit. You know what I mean? So I just said, man, fuck this. But back to the main point of the
Yes.
story. Yeah, so Alex was just killing the industry, you know what I mean? Alex was just bringing bad energy every day to work. His main startup line for the morning. He walks in, he's like, fuck. And then that's how his morning start every
I
day.
never start out like not today, Alex. Say that energy for tomorrow.
Man, you just can't stop him, boss, because his stories will just make you be like, man, Alex, I'm so sorry for what's going on, bro. What, bro, you
Bro,
put yourself in it.
they have this video on Instagram with this white guy,
hmm
super privileged, and he's complaining about his life. And the way how he's complaining, I kind of feel sorry for him. Like he's just like, damn, but not really, because it's just like this have to be some kind of joke. So this
hmm
rich guy, he's talking about like, can you believe that the maid comes in once a week and she just only cleans up. And what about the other days, the other 6 days, you know?
Right.
And the dad and so just they took the Ferrari, but now they have to ride this Range Rover and he have to share it with his sister. And he just
hmm
like, what kind of living is this? And he's complaining, he just like it's just inconvenience and he going on, he complaining about how bad his life is and how selfish his parents is being. And I'm just like,
And his life is way better than half of the people.
but that's a struggle for him. That's his lifestyle. That's him experiencing stress and trauma, and I'm just like, wow. And you look at it now, and some people complain about some stuff. You're like, how we grew up as kids, we appreciate a lot of things, and
hmm
then there are people experiencing worse than us, and this content.
Like, but like he had to realize, he had to literally sit down and come to understand like which kids are jealous in each other.
Pass.
Like, yo, when you grow up, right? You not really care if your mommy buy your sister a new shoes, your brother a new shoes. You just say, okay, cause eventually everybody get a new shoes,
Everybody
but
get issues eventually.
you know what I mean? But up here it's like, why you buy her Jordans and buy me a Nike? Like, what the fuck? A
Yeah, shoes,
shoes.
right?
But, but, back, back home, dog, if you get one Jordans, you don't know. You go wear that till he dead, cause no more come right now. That's a fourth one. That might be a last Jordan.
Check, yeah, make sure that it lasts. Clean at it.
Last,
Take it out for your outside. Don't walk too hard.
last,
Wrap it up in a plastic bag when you wet outside. The thing was
last.
last.
Man, I tell you, dog. Me give thanks for them rhinos. And
Hey,
Syrian man shoes that you
they
buy
used to
that.
laugh us on, Khalid.
Yeah, man. Me give thanks to the rhinos, dad.
And
I
the
mean,
Rhinos last tough,
yeah,
strong.
your boy,
Drop some
me
polish
tell
from that.
you.
That boy shine.
Shine. Me just show baby oil, boy. Me show baby oil, man, for me. Shine, no shit.
The
Boy,
Rhinos.
tell you, dog. But I remember the times when, for me, old lady, teach me for iron my school shirt, dad. And
Mm.
she tell me, like, she make me put the four seam in the shoulders.
I'm sure.
So your shoulder and them straight. So remember go school, boy, and then teacher just they ask me, Khalid, who iron your shirt? I said, me. Who teach you to iron your shirt? I said, my mom, you know what I mean? They're like, no other student is coming to school with the line so firm in the shoulder. But me tell you, but I'm from people in those kind of old school. Me know about yours, but like
But you
they
see the,
use
the
a
pants,
spray
not so much
start.
from the shirt. Yeah, spray stars from the pants. Seam they
Your boy.
sharp. That boy could cut.
Yeah, you just have a fucking sharp seam in your pants for real, man.
You
But
try to get a little wrinkle, just a water, but that get a
yeah,
wrinkle
your
out there,
boy,
starch it.
your boy. Me tell you, boss. Especially when you fuck up and you get a double line,
You
you just
try,
run like
woo,
a water
run
and just
water for
angle it.
that, start out again.
You tell you, boss, yo, those were the days for real, man. Those are the days for real, boss.
Let's
Boy,
bring
me
it
tell
back to
you,
like
man.
being content.
Mhm. Yeah,
Because
boss.
like being ambitious is being ambitious, right? You need something to work to, to kind of give yourself drive, purpose, whatever,
Mm-hmm.
right? But
Mm-hmm.
like, I was the other day me you were talking. No, I was sorry. The other day me you were talking, and I was like,
Mm-hmm.
what is this that I came over here for?
Mm-hmm.
Is to make money, send back home and invest back in home, and just enjoy my time overseas. If I can, if I can build something here, that's cool. If I can build something there, that's cool. But no matter
Right.
what happened, I go back home, I relax, I live out my last days, and get
Mm-hmm.
buried, right? And
Mm-hmm.
in my head, I'm working. I'm just like, I say I want these things, and I'm like, it's not like if I, it's not like if I don't, I'm not supposed to have these things. Why can't I
Mm-hmm.
wish or want these things? But I'm like, am I getting distracted? And I thought about, because I saw this thing on Instagram talking about like areas in the world, like, in Canada, in America, where you can go and live. You can buy acres of land for like the low. You
Mm-hmm.
can buy homes and stuff for the low. And in my head, I'm just like, it sounds too real to be true, because if it was so
Mm-hmm.
good, why nobody there? Right?
Right.
And I'm thinking, why, if I want to buy something, I think about buying something. Why I'm only looking at this area when the world's so big?
Right.
And like I can't see outside the scope of the area in which I live, and which I live in the city. So everything in the city is expensive. People
Mm-hmm.
get a little bit cheaper life going an hour out of the city, and that's basically a
Mm-hmm.
country. And the house in them still they're a little bit expensive, but the further you go away from a city, the cheaper it gets because
Right.
accessibility and shit.
Yeah.
I don't even go into the city that much, so even if I moved, it wouldn't change shit. Because I'd be living all the way out there, still not going to the city. You
Right.
know?
Yeah.
So I'm thinking, if I found work far away from the city,
Mm-hmm.
would I be satisfied?
Yeah.
Because I feel like people plan for just the off chance they do something, not knowing that they don't do it all the time. Like if you're paying a subscription to tell a specific person hi, right? This is a way
Yeah.
subscription to have. If you see them 100 times a day and you wave to them, you get $1, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you don't see them, you have to pay $1. Now,
Yeah.
this person works just down the road, so there's a high chance you're going to see him all the time. So you run the subscription. But yeah, no, nothing down that road for you. But if you go
Right.
down there, you go see him all the time. So you're just like, just in case I do see him, I'm going to get $1. You don't even think about all the money you're losing by being there and not seeing that man.
Right.
You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
it's like, you're thinking about what you can get, but not thinking about what you're losing by just being where you are. And I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
do I take a risk and go? where I know I can obtain something and then build something around that. Because there are so many places in Canada, but the reason I don't really want to explore Canada too much to live is because I cannot deal with the ridiculous cold. In Toronto, it gets
Mm-hmm.
cold, it gets crazy, the city. But I went out to the countryside one time when it was snowing, and I'm like, I don't want to live out here. No snow trucks coming out here to plow snow. You know what I mean? It looks cool because you see fields and stuff covered with snow. And I'm like, this sounds like a whole different winter out here. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? And the
Right.
further north you go, the colder it gets, the longer it gets, the harsher it gets. And I'm like, can we just go down to America, see what's going on down there? But you have areas in America where
Mm-hmm.
like this is land, and a lot of it is desert land, like hot, scorching
Mm-hmm.
dust. And people have to pay a ton of money for buy, grass and then water the grass just to keep it looking lively in this desert. And I'm like, what people live in? Because like once you have a decent building, no, like place to buy some food, place to shop, buy some material, buy a little thing here and there, you can actually make it work. And if
Right.
it's like an hour, 2 hours away from the city, then they can really just spend a weekend and say, hey, let's not go down the road. It's Friday night, spend the
Mm-hmm.
Saturday, and then I come back up the Sunday night, boom bam. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? Yeah, it would be worth it because you save so much for living out the city. And then even if you spend in the city ton of money, it's not all the time.
Right. But
Yeah.
but it's like for me also like me want me the life for acquire a piece of land in other countries too. Because like
Mm-hmm.
yo, the guy that I'm still with, I asked him, yo, how much for land? Because I was thinking like land in Jamaica and so forth, 'cause you know their money kind of small.
Money, yeah. So
So
it
they
turned out
asked like,
crazy.
how much for land down there? Yo, he caught me off guard. He was like, man, oh like 20 million and so for land. I said, Morale,
Yeah, 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 yeah. But you forgot.
yeah. So at the time, I was like, 20 mil? I said, Morale. But then I'm like, I start sitting down and really think like, yo, Jamaica money is so big, you know.
Easy, big
So,
enough for anybody.
yes, I'm like, 20 mil might just maybe be an 80,000 US, you know what I mean?
Mm.
Just depending, you know what I mean? And you're like, you'll get acres for, in the States and in the Caribbean. $80,000 just to buy a house plot, right?
Mm-hmm.
In the States, $80,000, if you're lucky, you maybe can get somebody that maybe sell you a half acre to an acre, right? If you're lucky, depending upon where you're there, because you're guaranteed. But in a Jamaica and so forth, you'll get acres of land. Like I have this friend that I met when I first came up here. He lives in Syria, right? He actually building a house in Syria. I asked him, he spent $60,000 for 5 or 6 acres of land. I'm like, that is what, and it's not land in no normal area, boss. It was
Mm-hmm.
land on top of a hill,
Mm-hmm.
nice view. It was like he owned the whole city for himself, boss. Then he said, he showed me some pictures of his house, dog. He tell me he's just $100,000 in. Bro, I look at the house, I'm like, yo, all the house needs is doors and windows and you're done.
Mm-hmm.
But, and yo, what amazed me the most, right? Those guys, they're not building, their house is not fucking like cement and regular concrete. It's like
Stone
stone
mason work.
work.
Mm.
Bro, I was like, damn, boss, you know, yo, me don't know how much money, their money worth down the dark. But when you walk in and you walk on a tile, that's all right. Right? You all right for walk on a tile or on board floor. Like, oh, this is some nice tiles. But when you actually walk on fucking
I
granite,
know how
dog.
expensive and heavy granite be for work, right?
But granite so brittle for cut them
Brittle?
one. Yeah,
Which part of brittle?
Yeah,
Crumble, brittle,
like he brittle
granite.
that he trip easy. Yeah,
Okay, maybe chip easy, but granite hard for break. It's tough.
not really, because I've
Let's
worked
have a
with
quick.
granite and those.
Let's maybe not a granite. Man, this the workplace material, but that's now me, no. Is okay, tell a story.
But okay, but you know what? I could be wrong with the granite part because I was going off of what I was told when I was working with them. You know what I mean? Maybe they
Go
didn't
ahead.
want me to drop any, you know.
Uh-huh.
But boss, the guy showed me some stonework and so forth that he's doing on his house, right? I'm like, you are $100,000 in. Your house literally just needs some finishing touches, some doors and some windows. But you got some fucking granite floors, dog. Granite roofing, dog. Boss, the boss design so pretty, right? I'm like, and he say, yo, me can one house after that back home, I go run me couple 1 million also. And for import granite alone, I go cost me another set of chain.
Yeah, okay. So you were correct. When I was thinking about granite, I was thinking about the slabs of granite and how heavy it is to move, and when people carve
Mm-hmm,
things out of pure granite.
mm-hmm.
But
Yeah,
it is brittle. It is brittle. So you're correct.
it's
I was wrong.
yeah.
My humble apologies.
That's okay. Yeah, but I was like, you better man because when I was working with it, man, just cutting it alone, and we were fucking up the cut because the plans for the hotel they
Mm-hmm.
made them wrong.
Mm.
So the measurements they gave us was so off, and we had to like do some adjustments and so forth. But eventually they had to call back another company for them to do it properly and so forth and get it correctly for some of the things in them. But as back to the story I was saying, like you just look on what you can get for in other countries compared to certain countries. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You can get a hill land and so forth for upon the low. Like, but some of the things in there they send me on Instagram, me want to get actually true. Because like why you not hearing nobody
Nobody at
talking
all about
about
it.
it?
Yeah.
Nobody a bite like that, you know what I mean?
But then you have to think about it because nobody want nothing. Like today I sent
Right.
you something on Instagram where this guy was showing off his his apartment in New York, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's he said he paying at least 2,000 a month for it, right?
Mm-hmm.
The whole apartment, probably as big as my room. So they make it a little loft, is a little tall, and the bathroom probably the same size as the bedroom. Or yeah, where he bed and so late, because I think under his bed is where the bathroom is.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so yeah, you walk in the room and you see, I think I can't even explain to people. I could try to explain to it. If you go on your Instagram, you probably might see it. But
Mm-hmm.
the man walk into the door and the door opens and it meets a wall, right?
Right.
But there's space right behind the wall, so you could probably put like a cabinet to hang some stuff there. So he creates
Mm-hmm.
like a little closet thing, right?
Yeah.
He shut the door, you see it. Right off of that wall, there is a closet, and he's like, it's a big full-size closet. And then above it is some space that I could put like stuff on. And he's just like, I know I'm gonna get stuff up there, but it's storage. And then in front of that is like a heat and a window, and it's about
Mm-hmm.
seven, maybe 8 feet from the closet door to one of the walls and then across. You could probably put a couch there. I don't know where he
Mm-hmm.
would put the TV. And then from there, that next wall is where the kitchen stuff is. We have to use the sink,
Mm-hmm.
is the washer in the bathroom, and then there's the stairs that goes up and give you a good amount of headspace for the bedroom. I'm
Mm-hmm.
looking, I'm just like, that is probably the same size as a prison cell in Sweden. Because they have some of the best prisons. Them man can
Mm-hmm.
leave prison. This
Mm-hmm.
one, and the prison man not even pay that much. Same living. He was looking for people online to help him design his apartment. I was like, bro, leave. Work
But
from home or something. Go to somewhere.
mm-hmm.
Like if you need to meet your friends, catch a train and come down and line with them for like a 2 weeks or a month or something, and then talk to them on Skype.
Right. But
Nice.
sometimes you just find it so ridiculous. Like, oh, houses in New York, right, can run
Mm,
you for like $1 million
mm.
and so forth. Houses over in New York is really expensive. You know what I mean? But then, like, I'm saying, like, the same places that they show on the low on Instagram, right? I'm saying, if you buy, it's just like, is it hard to get current and electricity out there? Is that why you're not hearing it being talked much?
Yeah, yeah. Because I watch a lot of videos like that on YouTube where man setting up homes. Because I
Mm-hmm.
like to see like when they use unconventional ways to make like really gorgeous houses. And the mans will make because they want to make it like kind of off the grid, but not really off the grid. And they
Yeah.
want to make everything like work into each other. So all they run off water flow through filtration to turn to like what do you call it, gray water or something to reuse for hydroponics and stuff. So it has the
Mm-hmm.
whole thing purified itself.
Mm-hmm.
And they show you how they do these houses and so. But when they like they have to get power and they have to get water lines and so run out there. So they have to pay a man to cut the road. Even if they cut it themselves, then they have to pay the people and to put the lampposts in to run the wires. So they basically asking the government, listen, let me pay you to give me your utilities.
Mm-hmm.
Because if the government were doing their own, they'll just make the road free and then you just go and buy
Right.
a piece of land there. But no, you tell them, make you a road and give you these things. And the man's like, all
Mm-hmm.
right, bet, this is the price. So it's crazy. So when I see the man's like doing that kind of stuff, I'm like, you have money or you saved a lot by switching the Geico. I mean, you saved a lot by buying a house out there cheap. You're just like, let me just use the extra money to get these utensils. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Utilities. Yeah. So I don't
But
know,
if
like,
you can spend like thirty
mm,
thousand dollars and get 10 acres of land, right? And then all I need to do is just put down a house and then pay for get my utilities and so forth. I would do it. I would honestly do it. I
yeah,
mean,
but that's what I mean, Khaled. Like, right now we working so we can get money.
yeah.
And we hoping that our saving is way larger than our expenses or spending, our frivolous spending or whatnot, right?
Mm-hmm.
And this is all with the hopes of throwing it back home. No, if you find somewhere that you can live that can give you everything you want, but it's not home, would you take it? Like, what if you're
If
just
I
walking somewhere and somebody's like, let's go take a little trip to Khalid. And you say, yeah, I was want to take a trip now. And I've been working hard. Let me just take a 2 weeks off.
right.
And you go to this place and you realize, oh my goodness, this is just like home, but there's so much more to this place.
Mm-hmm.
Would you would you set your sights here knowing that you're leaving friends and family in the Caribbean, new friends and new families in the States, and you're just somewhere else just thinking this is it. And the cost of living is cheap and nobody care about this side of the world because they don't have, the frivolous amenities that they would in the States.
Yeah, I would because different
But would you be
environment.
sorry, good.
Yeah. Good.
Would it be that easy for you to just make that decision?
No, I would honestly come to my close people like you and so forth and be like, bro, I took this trip down to just say the place named Nicaragua. I think
Okay.
Nicaragua is a really great place too. But nevertheless, let's say you go down to Nicaragua and you're like, I just you see land, you get hill land, you get seafront land. Like, you know what I mean? That costing you $10,000 and so forth on the low like that. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And you're just like the cost of living there, you realize that you can spend like yo, when sorry, may kind of skip a little bit, but when you watch these guys on YouTube and Instagram that are taking these trips and going to these travel places and realizing that what I could get in They put like what I could get in this place for 20 US and so forth. And you realize they're literally going through the whole place, eating this, staying at this place, going to this place, and the $20 last in them bars. You realize, yo, you can actually make a living in a certain places. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I mean? Not even living, you can actually make a killing because if $20 I get your breakfast, lunch, and dinner, right? Decent foods. And some, let me say not $20, but maybe 50. Then they say, okay, $50 might be, $20 might be for housing, different places where you might they stay. And
Mm-hmm.
sometimes when you see someone else showing the little hotel room or apartment that they're staying in, you're like, yo, you can spend literally this much and get such a comfortable place.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? But I like, yo,
And
and
you
then they
reminded them
say,
times when your parents say back in the day things used to cost this
mhm,
much. And they used to live
like,
off you know what I mean? You're like, you can do
bro,
it in certain places for your money.
when me does hear my old people and old lady and stuff talk, that then does they get halfpenny. They call it halfpenny, quarter, and 10 cent and 5 cent, right?
Dagger.
When it,
Um,
you know what I mean? You know, you know, when they say they get $1 or 25 cents and then go Miss Welch bars. Right now, Miss Welch is one of the most expensive stores in them in Antigua.
$15
But
from bread.
yo,
Sundays used to cost less than $5 now. Me and
me
my pay
tell you, yo,
$16 from bread, cheese,
yeah,
and butter.
cheese,
You say
bread,
how much
butter,
the
and
butter
cheese.
cost? $5?
But you pay for the bread, the bread, I like, they would say $1.25, right?
Mm.
Forget butter, it might be dollar to $2. Oh, then how much you charge me for cheese? 10?
Nah, you charge for the labor also, the one who make the.
Well, me can't understand. But nevertheless, but when here then those they see, then those they get bread and cheese and so forth until how one little leftovers for buy one little sucker bobby or one fruit bag. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? You wonder like no, but back then they never just have fruit bag, they just have frozen joy. I mean if you know what frozen joy be.
Same thing. But
Yes,
in the ice tray.
ice, right, you know what I mean? And then just get two piece of frozen joy. I am like 25 cents? What can go so? Boss, 25 cents can barely buy on pal. Boss, me remember when me just go shop with
25
an
cents to get a bunch of sucker bobby the dog.
your boss and you could have buy 10 cents pal.
10
Your
hey.
boy 10 cents pal is sweet when you don't chew up all the chewing gum together and blow the bubble and you just pop on your face and
Pop.
so after you just see boss me tell you boss. And you said to yourself, you just they get all in somebody for 25 cents. Me come now, me can't buy that with 25 cents. 25 cents, I get me sweetie. But 25 cents, does they get you actual food? You know what I mean? But it's like, and then, yo, just living in the era, like you wonder, you realize, you wonder if they sit down and really say, hey, times really change, you know,
Yeah, but you
from
can.
getting, yeah?
I think you can change, but no, because everybody was like, oh no, it's like, it's demand. People want more things, and it's hard to get more things. To get those things that they want, we
Mm-hmm.
have to up the price so we can afford to get them for them. Cool, cool, cool. How about we just say, nah, we'll find it elsewhere, and then we
Right.
stop relying heavily on import and start try export.
That is the thing me does they wonder about because me say Timon, right? Why does they get all them meat kind back then?
Yeah.
Why does they get pork? Why does
Mm-hmm.
they get chicken? Why does they get beef, cattle meat? You know what I mean? I just said to myself, yo, how when they get them way back then, pound the low for survive. Why make the price then so high right now? Why? You know what I mean? I just said to myself, man. yo, sometimes I sit down and I wonder if my parents and I really look back and say, yo, things really change. You know what I mean? Really, really change.
Yeah.
Because it just shocked me for hear that my old man 70 something, 73.
Mm.
And for hear when he does say he old man
Mm.
does work on the slave masters um
Yeah,
farm, you know what I
yeah.
mean?
For my daddy's telling me free old man and I used to work
You
cane
know what
field
I
and
mean?
sugar field for slave. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You
Slave,
slave in that father. I just
you
the
know
other
what I mean?
day.
You know exactly, boss. Me not get to spend much time with them, you know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
But the little time I get to spend, you know what I mean? Me just there say to myself, me come and me see them till alive.
Yeah. And then they
Papa,
used to get buds
them
up.
they used to badge up and slave master field. You know what I mean? And you say that ain't too far.
And
It
I
ain't too
think
far.
he never too far the dog. From all my used to tell her though, sometimes he'll go help you. Oh, free daddy. Go,
Hmm
work like the sun for your little change.
hmm
And all kind of tactics they use forget like boss. He never
But
that
it
far.
just
Like in America, a whole different sudden. Cause I'm like, yeah, 400
mm,
years of slavery, this and that
yeah.
and that. In the
Mm.
Caribbean was a whole different slavery going on.
Yeah, but two different type of slavery, dog. Two different type of slavery. Because for me, old man, me know if them does they get the amount of whipping that them Americans get, dog.
Yeah,
I
maybe
don't know.
not. Yeah, maybe they could.
Yeah, you know what I
It's
mean? But
extra hot in the Caribbean, no matter how to time what energy like that.
exactly. You know what I mean? When we just hear him old man. And you know this hear him old man say that he does go home, done from school, have to fetch water, bring home the water, full up the little drum and whatever little things they have for full water with. And then take his mother will cook, right? His mother will cook. And send he go carry the food up there to the old man, because sometimes the old man can't left the field. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
What does always kind of bring tears? Not really tears, but make me feel kind of how that.
Mm-hmm.
Now that you get older, you able to have one piece of meat on your plate, dog. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
You able to see one piece of chicken, if a fish, whatever it
You
might
can
be.
be picky about what you have and what you
You know
eat.
what I mean? You know what I mean? And then when you hear your old man also say, boy, back in the day, their mommy, the mother does cook the little fish, right? The fish are for the hardest worker in the house.
Mm-hmm. He get the
That's the
biggest feet,
father.
yeah. Cause
Not even the
he need the
biggest fish,
energy.
dog. My old man say sometimes them didn't get no meat kind. What the mother do, right? I put the fish on top of the rice
So you can get the flavor
to
and the
get the
smell.
flavor. You know what I mean? And you know what I mean? Sometimes they might get on peas or so forth, you know what I
Check, you'll
mean?
get some
But the
great
fish
gravy.
you get
Mm.
you just get the fish flavor on top of the rice there. And you say, boy, soul. I know how you have for they fucking choose if I want fish today, if I want
Check.
rice, this and that tomorrow and so forth.
And I
Yo,
need to
I
be
know that.
grateful.
Boy, I know me, yeah, you're spring water that. I may say, man. Look on that. You know what I mean? And sometimes, but one of these days, I'm going to sit down and ask my old man boy how he feel now he live for see all and generations come through, boss. Like, to see, yo,
Check.
boss, to come from so far away as like, man, my old man drop out of school, before grade six because
Mm.
he
Work.
say he's young and realize all he partner and them a go work.
Mm-hmm.
And he just
Now
go
make
home and
money.
you know what I mean? He realized, boy, he not make no money. Free old man till pan slave master farm and struggle and so forth. You know what I mean? He decide he could drop out of school and go get fetching, get job and so forth. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And just about grade six, no bad. Not even grade six, grade five. You
And
know
you
how
need a
young you think
secondary,
you are?
yeah.
Yo,
It's
I
what,
was
10,
just
9?
God. You know what I mean? And then, you sit down. Nowadays, if I will get treated unfairly, I'll go union. You know what I mean? Them in a hundred union the boss. When the man tell me he does their work from man for days, weeks, no pay. No pay. You know what I mean? When the
Child,
man does
child labor.
boss, when me just sit down and hear some of the old man talk, say boss, them just to learn construction, dog. Them they just have to pay the construction or the person over the site so them they can learn construction. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? But when me hear the man say me that boy, you know, and he just amazing, dog. It's just amazing. Them they drop out of school for find work, try make it up in a life. You know what I mean?
But that's the
And
interesting thing about it. No, no. But finish that thought before I cut you off.
them they them they does this. Me sure about my own man he wish he couldn't done school, but because of the the poorness of life growing up, he just have to make the conscious decision for drop out and start work, right? But
Mm-hmm.
me past look on our generation, not even really our generation, but our generation. Them a want to go to fucking school. Them a
But
want to go school.
that's what I mean. But like it comes like full circle because now people have so much and now they not go to school. It's like our parents realize that going to school is going to take you for the potential to gain, and they want to gain as much as they can because they don't want to be where they are. So they had strong drive.
Mm-hmm.
You check
Mm-hmm.
if they work, they know where they're going to end up right back here.
Right.
So why not just start here now?
Right.
You know what I mean? I know
Right.
today the way how schools like every year, if you apply for college today, this year, next year that should go higher
Mm-hmm.
than this year. And
Mm-hmm.
2 years from now, 3 years from now, you get higher by
Yeah.
big margins. So you're trying to figure like how are you supposed to afford school? So a ton of people realizing that there's so much information online, there's so much people dropping courses, there's so much courses that you can get that they teach in school because most of the curriculum are the same. They just have different teachers trying to teach it and ask for more money.
Yeah.
People can teach themselves. And people
Right.
realizing that most of these jobs will go obsolete. The only thing they really can like put their money on is like the really high paying jobs like lawyers and accountants and
Mm-hmm.
doctors and
Mm-hmm.
engineers. You know what I mean? Those are the ones that you
Mm-hmm.
really go to school for to get something to get into, you know?
Yeah.
hmm Everybody is just like, I don't even know how certain things work, but I'm not gonna go to school to pay all that money to be in debt. Because Khalid, that's not even the thing. You know how much people spend 3, 4, 5 years in school racking up money, racking up debt, and then they go and take a simple ass job. And you're like, why you spend all that money for and waste all that time? Because I'm
But
just waiting for my opportunity. Cool, cool, cool.
mm-hmm.
You could be
Mm-hmm.
right. But no, you're overqualified to work at Amazon. And they're not
Mm-hmm.
gonna pay you for what you know. They're gonna pay you to fill the position. And you might say,
Right.
listen, I want a raise because I actually studied HR and management. Like, yeah, yeah, you can send in your application. Cool, you know, unless the other one get
Mm-hmm.
fired, we're not even gonna look at yours. And we're not gonna pay you. Like you're just waiting for your opportunity, which everybody is doing.
Mm-hmm.
And they just feel like no, you have to work hard to pay off these debt, which can never it gonna kill you.
Right.
And it just full circle because now people not going to school. Because they realize it's a waste of time, just like how
Yeah.
your parents used to do.
Mm-hmm. Like even back to even with Alex that at a point in time Alex was only doing deliveries was because sales were gone down and all we had were just deliveries for him to do because he was the one supposed to really go out and try and get customers for us.
Mm-hmm.
A day I was working along helping him put some stuff in his vehicle, right? And what I heard Alex say is that he didn't go to school for 5 years in college, 5 years
Guess what?
to be doing delivery driver, to be only doing deliveries. You know what I mean? He's like, I'm worth more than this. I'm this and that. I'm like, yo, you're just a part of the chain, the boss. You just have to wait your turn. You know what I mean? You just have to wait. not guarantee that you're gonna get into where you want. You know what I mean?
It's
And
true.
sometimes I sit down and I say, yeah, sometimes I hear some people bad and they're like, they have it good in advance. Like you hear they have it good at this place that they work in. But then, yeah, I understand that it's not what you want or what you love, right? But then you come out of that place then, where you have it good to go in another place that you're gonna complain that you work for less, you're complain that you're gonna this and that. You know what I mean? Like, what the sense you left in the first place? You
Yeah.
left for work to try get to where you want, and now you're there, you're like, yo, what the hell? You know what I mean? What more move for? What?
Yeah, because that's one of the things I'm thinking about too.
Mm,
Because like I'm thinking about other ways that I can improve myself.
mm,
Um, and I want to join a union. I
mm,
was doing some research on it. Turns out that like those union dues come every month. It's like 35 a month you have to pay once you get
mm,
in and stuff. And basically you just have to call into the school. But every time I call, I'm not getting nobody. I left a couple of messages and stuff. So they can
mm,
tell me how to do the application, come in and register and whatnot. But in some of the requirements, they're saying that you have to be able to come to the classes, and the classes last like 2 months. So you have to, your workplace have to let you go for 2 months. Yeah, so they basically say you must be able to work two jobs. So at days they'll call you and you have to go there and spend the day. And I'm just like, I guess other workplaces could allow you to do that because the kid can't stop you from joining a union,
mm,
but they don't really have to keep you. And my workplace, I'm the only welder. So if I gone, they don't mean nothing for 2 months. So
mm,
it not gonna be good for them for me to join a
mm,
union. So they would have to try get a replacement or somebody to stand in my place. And that could
mm,
be a big learning curve. You know what I mean? It's just gonna be
mm,
inconvenience to them. No, I could just say, boom, I can leave, but I can't right now because of how the finance is set up, right?
mm,
And I'm thinking about what it is that I want to do myself, and I can't. There's only so much I can teach myself. I need other
mm.
people to show me like right from wrong. If I have a bad way of doing thing, bad way of doing a technique, there's nobody to
Yeah,
correct me.
right.
If there's somewhere I can improve, there's nobody to give me advice. So I'm trapped here. I'm capped here, and if I can't advance, can't retain those skills and all the other positions and all the other welding methods that I know, I can't keep that muscle, muscle memory strong and on point. And if I don't have these license, I don't seem even though I have years
Mm,
experience, it's not credible experience. You know what I mean? Like it's the pinnacle of welding is getting a red seal. And that way, anywhere you go, even if your shit expired, people will be like, this nigga got it. You know what I mean? You can go anywhere in the
mm,
world and just get work. You just walk up to you literally walk up to any site that you see steel and sparks and just
mm.
flash it. And the man's like, I even want to hear it. How much you want? Let's work.
Right.
That's how clean you come in for trades in welding. Because they know, yeah, anyways, I'm not stressing about that. So that's where anybody who's been a welder trying to get to. You know what I mean? And it's not that far. It's not that far to get. So now if I do the join the union, they'll put me on an apprenticeship, and that apprenticeship gonna start at it's gonna be a 4 year apprenticeship. They're usually that long. But each year they
Right.
increase. So it's like you get six no. There's like a ratio. They start getting like 60% of the full pay or 80% something. One
Mm,
way you go in, but you're getting a increase every year leading up to the full amount that you're supposed to get, which is
mm,
like they can hit you between 40 to 80 as your max an hour. Check.
mm,
Now, I've been thinking of doing other things on the side.
mm,
But everybody been telling me I work too crazy hours to start working on the weekend because I won't be able to handle it all. And I hear what they're saying, and that kind of makes sense.
mm,
Um, but I'm thinking about transitioning to something else outside of my field for like a year or two, and then go
mm,
back in. So I thought about like getting my CDL, and then see if I can like do. some work, like driving buses or driving trucks or something, just to like, you know, have the experience on my belt. And then if anything, I can transition to trying to get like a job with the government, like a welding job later on with the government. But they usually looking for union workers in government positions. So I'm just like, they again, a union again.
Darling, 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 please stop driving.